Good day, everyone. My name is Mzuzile Nqabeni. I am from the Eastern Cape, in East London specifically. Currently, I am deployed in Northwest in a very small and beautiful village called Transactie. Transactie is a very small village, as I said. It is in a very small, privately owned farm. It has a population of about 2,739 people. Youth, 49%. Elders, 54%. I'm sure it is a surprise. In many villages, young people are usually the most. In Transactie, as I said, it's a beautiful village. But something that surprised me when I got there, which is really triggered me, there was a very serious problem of water. The first day I came, I couldn't drink the whole day because there was no water in the house I was deployed in. However, through the help of my counterpart, they've managed to bring me some water. I tried to inquire with the community what is happening. And what surprised me, the community said, actually here we have 14 boreholes, which then came as a surprise to me. Why then we are talking about a water problem? They further explained to me that as much as they have 14 boreholes and a very good infrastructure when it comes to water supply, they only have 2 operational boreholes. Even with the 2 that they have, the other one is using solar, but unfortunately, the person who blessed them with that forgot to buy them batteries. The other one that is existing, it is using fuel in terms of diesel. What is happening is that the municipality provides the community with a portion of money which they can fuel their borehole. However, it is not enough. As a result, they have decided as a community to only pump water twice. So unfortunately, the day I arrived, it was the day they were not pumping. We sat down with the community and tried to think of ways to resolve this problem. I want to be honest, at first, the community said they need something that will resolve their economic challenges currently. As a result, they came with different projects that they thought would assist. The first one was crop farming. The second one was poultry farming. However, an old guy stood up in that meeting and said, you know what, we've tried all these, and one thing that was a challenge to us, all of them relied on water, and we don't have water. We then sat down as the community again to try and find ways, how do we move from here? And then the community said, we actually need to add 1 borehole. We are not going to drill a borehole, we are going to revive 1 borehole that is not working at the moment. Again, an issue came to say, we already have 14 boreholes, meaning that they were fixed and then they died. We went again to dig deeper what actually is the problem. We discovered that the main problem in this community, there was no continued maintenance of infrastructure, more especially when it comes to water. So a decision was, as initially, to revive 1 borehole. However, this time with a bit of a twist. We are going to supply the community with water from the borehole that we are going to create. But now, to make it a point that we have enough financial resources to continue maintaining these boreholes, the community proposed that they are going to open a small water supply business, whereby they are going to purify water, sell to the other communities that need water. We are doing this to make it a point that the challenge we are facing, we will never face again, because we need money internally. Additional to that, what we have agreed to do as this community is to contribute 2% of the profits that we are going to make out of selling that water. We are going to contribute it back to the community to buy more fuel for the borehole that is using fuel. We have also agreed that on the annual turnover that we're going to make, we are going to take 10% and contribute to the community again to buy the batteries that were not bought initially. In this way, we are trying to make it a point that we will be able to consistently supply the community with water. We also want, in the process of doing so, to create 15 jobs for the locals. We're also aiming to establish a sustainable community-led cooperative. We also want to reinvest back most of the profits that we're going to do back to the community. There are various risks, as we said, which might have been reasons for the other projects to fail. But this time around, we wanted to focus on 3. The first one, there is a possibility that after refurbishing the borehole, there might be low borehole yields or poor water quality. The second one is the issue of unreliable energy. Now, what we're going to do, we are going to copy exactly what they did. The system is going to run on diesel. It's also going to run on solar. But our solar this time is going to have a battery. The third that we've noticed, weak business or cooperative management. Why did we notice that? There were projects in the village which were not water focused. They failed. And we've identified that they failed because there was poor management. There was also lack of governance. So in order to resolve that, we said we are going to make it a point that we provide robust training and clear co-op rules in terms of having a solid constitution to ensure that there are rules to follow. The timeline of our project, we're going to start now at the end of July, and then we're hoping to finish by the end of October. The project will cost 287,074 rand. But the dedication of the community has showed me that our people are capable to solve their problems. They have already contributed 243,074, both in cash and in kind. Co-Africa has also promised to save us with 35,000. Right now, we are begging with you because that issue is very serious. I just imagined that, what if they couldn't pump even the second day? Where was going to get the water? We are really asking that you please assist us with 9,000 to make it a point that we see this project into success. How can you help us? Please help us by funding us, or at least co-fund us for the equipment. We are also requesting you to offer us mentorship in business development. Help us please access local and regional distribution networks. We are also asking for the last time to connect us, please, with people who are already on the business so that they can guide us on how to do it. I thank you.
Good day, Dumelang Kafela. Le guy. O kare ke nna before fela tshwere ka boroko ba. Dumelang. Le sharp. Guys, I'm here pleading, we have a very serious water crisis. It's a very serious one because we are neighbors of Hammanskraal. And so far from Hammanskraal, we have lost about 100 and something about due to cholera. So this is what we're doing basically. We're not just making a plan for the community as a large. We are just trying to our neighboring communities have water, a purified one, a better way. Because it's so painful. I've lost a brother recently, about 2 months ago, a friend of mine. He passed on due to cholera. Hammanskraal is like a few kilometers away from us. So it's so painful seeing some things like that happen. So what we are doing here, what Mr. Nqabeni, actually my brother here is doing, is trying to give us a light. There's something we could do, but we cannot do it without your help. We thank Corp Africa for helping us very much. It was such a blessing from you guys to give us one of the big brothers to give us a light. We were so in the dark. We didn't have any solutions. So as far as we have solutions from you guys, we are asking, we are pleading very nicely. Just try to see us halfway of this project. Thank you very much.